EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. On the Denver sideline, you get a look at their head coach. This guy's got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach, Shane Steichen. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they faced 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
49-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action now. It's Jones. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's good for another Colts.
The gun, it's Jones. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. Now it is 1st and goal. Throwing now is Jones. He'll step up and run this.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here's Jones to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench to the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point, up and good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 37 yards.
First down, Broncos.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Second and 10.
It's second down and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got a man, that's Sherfield. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
And it's third down.
Nix from the gun on third down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short.
And he's in! J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts offense ready now for their second drive. So, Greg, people always say when the schedule comes out in May, what do you look for? Back-to-back home games usually not something you look forward to, but it does happen in this case. And when you get a win and you know you're going on the road week 3, that puts a little pressure on this one to get 2-0 at home to start the season.
Yeah, and how good would they be feeling to start your year and know, all right, we've got 2 wins in the bank. We're playing well at home. It just allows everything in the building to take a deep breath. You know, Mike, it's just such an ideal way to start. Your fans are excited. The city's excited. Everyone in the organization can settle in. So the schedule makers certainly did them a little bit of a favor here, so they've got to take advantage of it. Build off of last week, come out and play well again, and it really sets themselves up for the rest of this season.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line.
First and 10.
The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position in the playoffs down the stretch.
Incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On the return is Gould. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do. Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare them out of this run game here on 2nd down, but now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts them in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
2 runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15. He'll try to run for it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
16 yards. That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 46. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, Jones. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
yards on the play. That's another.
Jones now on 1st down.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember, two other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy when you mention 9 in a row. You think, oh, okay, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
Jones now on first down. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A designed run here with Jones. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
For the Colts field goal. A
Good snap.
52-yard attempt.
Good hold.
The kick is
Good kick. And the Colts will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Whoa!
Jaleel McLaughlin on
The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
At the 26. 2 yards on the
Now,
pickup.
a second down throw for Nix. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
A loss of 2 yards.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
A gain of 15. And a Broncos first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A 28-yard
A
gain.
pickup there of 28 yards.
Broncos.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
From 31, here is 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is
At the
Nix.
31-yard line.
On the move left. Off he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
A gain of
So they
12.
come to the line for first down and
Denver.
10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
At the 8-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
6-yard line.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Field goals and takeaways. That's the two goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now after that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on 2nd and 3rd down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
2nd down. Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram.
Nix's pass.
3rd and goal.
To number 1, Evan Ingram.
Throwing is Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They're going to stop him here, short of the goal line, but that flag is down, and it might set up a very interesting decision. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Broncos will level the score at 10 apiece.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafting at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got number 1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be number 1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier number 1 overall, got a big new contract. And we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
Now Jones. He's going to run it. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's another.
Back to throw is Jones.
First down.
And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. That is caught side of the end zone. And Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Broncos 10. Rigoberto Sanchez.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. McLaughlin now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The
Broncos offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
To J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 22 yards. And a Broncos first down.
Nix now on first and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout signal for them, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing. Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This one from 49.
A 49-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick.
The kick
is good. And the Broncos are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The ball carrier. Brought down at the 35.
From the 35, here's second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Here's Nix to throw. He connects with Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
To Marvin Mims.
They get 24 on that one. First down, Broncos.
First down, Denver.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one complete to Sherfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Nix from the gun on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Big Rover Stewart. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to fourth down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Adonai Mitchell set to take over once again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the
motion man here is Mitchell. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 6.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The Colts about set to punt. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At their own
the Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
A gain of 13 yards.
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Here's Dobbins. And And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
37-yard line.
So, from 37, here's second down and 6. Back to throw is Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this out to his running back. A gain there of 11. First down, Broncos.
J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 41. Here's second and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Play action now. It's Nix. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take this one in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Nix and the Broncos now will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up.
He'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jones. That one into the hands of Downs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake. Jones. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball,
Incomplete.
and it is fourth down.
Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt for the Colts.
And no
Fair
return
catch
on this one.
signaled
Fair
for
catch signaled
and
for
taken.
and
The
taken.
Broncos take over first
The Broncos
and 10
offense,
at
and
their
Bo
own
Nix
18-yard
getting
line.
ready to go back to work. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims.
Complete to
And it'll be
Marvin
taken
Mims.
down up past the
24-yard gain on
40-yard
the
line.
play. First down,
An ideal
Broncos.
beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
I can't believe what I'm watching.
A first down throw for Nix. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbounds.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First down, Denver.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. Oh, the ball comes out. The Colts have got it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
The Colts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position and remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by
Previous play
replay.
is under
So this
review.
one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard.
Tackle made
It's
at the
second down.
21-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Throwing is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. Wow. Oh! And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jones. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Leads to 3rd down and
throwing
3.
Jones. And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for
well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Ooh! He will have the conversion and more. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for a Colts.
On play action, it's Jones. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
First down.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He'll run again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Taylor going to try to pull his way in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
3rd down and 4.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down. That's Pierce in motion. They'll go for it. It's Jones. And he will score. Game on. Tyler Warren. Touchdown Colts. For Warren, he had 25 touchdowns during his Penn State days. That his 1st in the NFL. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To J.K. Dobbins. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
from the shotgun. Here's Nix going up top. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
At the 45-yard line. Brings up second down.
That's out quickly to Pittman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
For any long developing play like that to work, everyone on the offensive side of the ball has to do their job at a high level. First, the pass protection has to hold up. Then, the receiver has to be able to separate from his man defender. And then, of course, the quarterback has to be on time and on target with the ball. And when you do, you move the chains.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2 yards. It's third down and 5.
Jones. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. A run with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up second down.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Taken down behind the line of
And
scrimmage.
we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. A minute 57 to go in the game. They'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
The Broncos first down.
Set to go now on first and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.